across to, well, 4 or 5 of our viewers are waiting for us. Subhash is joining us from Bengaluru, Usha, Ramalingam, as well as Makran. Subhash joining us from Bengaluru. Go ahead first. What would you like to say?
Yeah. I would like to say a few things. Number one, if the medicine is spurious, especially like paracetamol,
right,
what happens is that we take the medicine and fever does not go down. And then doctor will ask increase the dose. Whereas we are taking spurious medicine, it will not affect. So my question is, what the regulating authorities and inspectors are doing? Is there a capital punishment for these guys who are allowing to sell?
Very important point. What is the punishment that these manufacturers will fail? I'll just come to you, Dr. Khanna. Till then, Usha, our viewer calling us from Chennai. Go ahead, Usha. What would you like to ask?
Yes, madam, what I would like, see, most alarming, in spite of the various checks you have at different stages, but still these spurious medicines enter the market. So what is most worrying is we as consumers, how do we know, how do we recognize or differentiate between spurious medicines or otherwise? Ultimately, we are the ones who are affected by it. I think the law should be more stringent, or probably Dr. Khanna should come out with some idea how we as consumers can distinguish between spurious and genuine tablets.
That's an important question. I'll put that question across to Dr. Khanna as well. Ramalingam, our viewer is calling us from Chennai. Go ahead, Ramalingam. I'd request all our viewers, if you're giving us a call, please do put your television sets on mute. We'll be able to hear you clearly. Ramalingam, if you're there with us.
Good evening, doctor.
Well, let me go across till then to Subhash, who's our viewer calling us from Rajasthan. Subhash, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Basically, my query is the issue in particular batch, or it is a whole lot, or basically.
Yes, go ahead.
Basically, my query is regarding it is a issue in particular lot, or whole medicine of Silal D3 is not okay.
Okay, so I think I got your question, whether it's about the lot or the entire batch or that entire brand. So let me go across to Dr. Khanna. 3 quick questions, Dr. Khanna. What if the medicines don't work? What do we do then? Second, how do we recognize if a medicine is not working or if it's fake? What next after that? And is it only about this one batch, or is it the entire medicine which should be avoided now? What do people do?
Okay, so the first thing, how does a consumer or a patient know whether the drug is spurious or genuine? One, that if the drug is not acting, then start thinking that the drug could be spurious, or it could not be meeting the regular standards.
Right.
And then the best thing is to make sure that you talk to your doctor and show him the brand and where you bought it from, and then he can understand. The other thing is one should also make sure that he's not experiencing any side effects which are unusual and which the prescribing doctor has not told the patient.
Right.
And if something else is he's experiencing some side effects, some unusual effects, again it should actually raise the eyebrows, and he should actually get in touch with his physician and report this. Now, I would also want the patient should be very cautious when they buy medicine. They should not buy medicines from any local shops which are not certified. They have to buy it from standard certified shops, pharmaceutical shops. And they should take proper brands which the doctors have written rather than just a substitute. Many a times what happens is the physicians would write the right brands, and these things happen at the level of the pharmaceutical shop where they substitute it, as the chemist, they would substitute it with a very cheap brand, or maybe the brand which costs the patient the same amount, but the margin is higher. So that is where the corruption many times gets in, and one has to be careful about it.
So
The second
those
thing
are very
is,
important points that you've shared with us. Unfortunately, Dr. Khanna, we are running out of time. Several of our other viewers have also called in. Krishna, Dr. Kohli, Manish, Manjunath. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, so we wouldn't be able to take in your calls. But this is going to be one of the top focus stories here on Times Now. We want you, the viewers, the consumers, as well as the patients to understand it's important for us to take steps to ensure that we are careful instead of hitting the panic button. Thank you so much, Dr. Khanna, for joining us here on the show. This is going to be one of our top stories, and we'll continue to connect with experts to answer all your questions. With that, a short break.